Three, two, one, action. Hello, world, and welcome to my channel. I'm Everest VR, but you can call me Galen. And we are here with podcast episode 18, right? Yeah, two more episodes before
18.
this. Yeah, 18. Okay, two more episodes before the season finale. We are here along with Sad Banjo, basically our special guest via Patreon. We're here along with J.I. I don't know what he's doing. He's evidently a particle accelerator. Interesting. And we're here with Mr. Bob. As per usual, we're going to go down the route from Banjo all the way to Mr. Bob. We're going to say how our week has been going, how has gaming treated us, and then we're going to get into the topic of our thoughts and the ethics, I guess, on whether commercial ads should be in video games. Very interesting. J.I. getting into it. All right. Sad Banjo, what were you going to say? Like, how has gaming and life treated you? I know you wanted to say some things earlier, so feel free to say it all.
So basically, this is a little behind the scenes about my life. In school, if I had a, oh, let me change my thingy real quick. So when they have school, basically, if I want you to broadcast, I literally just grind at school. Like I grind all my homework at school.
You grind what?
When we have free time at the end, like I grind a lot of homework at school.
Oh, so you have less homework than most people. Like by the time you go home. That's cool. Very nice.
I try to grind. Like I'm on my computer and I'm like.
He's that hacker meme. Just.
I'm gonna pass it to J.I. now.
All right. J.I., I'm going to unmute you. You got some audio in your background. There you go. You're good.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, no, you're good, man. You're good.
Hello.
So, what about you?
1 second to power up.
Oh, wait. Power up? What's he talking about?
Yeah, hold on. Huh? Okay, now that I'm powered up, I can talk. Life's been good. Gaming, I've been playing Roblox a lot recently, especially with my sister.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I feel like Jay is just having a seizure.
You know what? I can the fact that he's
He's
like,
just thinking dumb.
I can't like slap about the fact that he's speaking. He's like.
He had to, I'm the one that drank the coffee, yet he's the one that's acting on it.
Okay, I think I'm done being a particle accelerator.
Oh, you're being a particle accelerator. Okay.
Yeah. When there's rain, there's thunder.
That's his new theme line, evidently. Anything else to share, Jay?
I'm grounded currently, which is not that great, but I get grounded on the 31st, so not 30, 21st.
I get it.
Your mic was bugging. It was like,
I think it's because he gets so loud, his PlayStation tries to silence him, and that's why we can't hear him sometimes. J.I., where'd you go? Do you have anything more to say, or should we move it along?
Move it along.
All right. As for me, life has been mighty sweet. I'm still in my job vacation, so I'm working very hard on my film. Good news, it's probably 80% done. I kind of lost... This film does have a budget. It does have a budget. There is real money going into it. So I ran out of money. I got to wait for my next paycheck so I can put some more money and start working on it more.
I can't wait to see this podcast.
As for gaming, I've been wanting to play this game forever. I finally got into Mario Sunshine. That is...
Let's go.
Right? It's not a bad game. I've been wanting to play that game for a good solid decade, probably. And I never had a chance. And now that I do, I feel like my expectations were so high that now the game can't even meet those expectations because how high it was. It will never be able to reach it. It's still a fun game, don't get me wrong, but it's just kind of sad that my expectations were so high. As for VR stuff, There is a new VR game coming out. It's already out on Steam. It is not out on Quest yet. I think it comes out on Quest later this year. Have you guys ever heard of Rust?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Okay.
Friends that play it.
Wait. I want to say something.
Imagine,
Is
I'm
it
almost
VR
done.
game?
I'm almost done.
Oh.
There is a game that it's the one that I'm talking about right now. It's basically Rust, but Rust VR if it was on Mars, and it's called Grim. I am super, super excited for it. Go ahead, J.I.
So that may or may not already be on Quest, but a better one.
Oh, really?
Actually, I don't know if it's better. Yeah, I think it is. But there is a really cool one. They came up before it. It's $20. It's called Strayed. I played it on Steam when it first came out, but it's on Quest now.
Mr. Bob, how about you? How has life and gaming treated you this week?
So life, I think it's going to treat me well tomorrow because I'm getting actually a tablet. It's a tablet for drawing, a tablet for art. It's not an iPad or anything. It's just a screen tablet. Well, not a screen tablet at all. It's actually, you just write. There's no screen, and you just look at the computer while you write.
It's like a drawing
Just
board.
touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hooked up to a computer. It's going to help me light years with art. I don't know. I might even utilize it with Everest in the future. I don't know. That's up to him. Games. I haven't really been playing anything actually. I've just been playing Sonic Generations.
That's a game. That's a game.
All I've been doing. That's all I've been doing.
I
Leave me alone.
So good, man. So good. I've been playing so much Mario Sunshine. I kind of hate the game right now because some of that stuff is really hard.
Oh yeah,
the game just
really
and it
hard
has
game.
it has
makes you work very fun.
it does. I thought it was gonna have like the same difficulty as Mario 64. No, it's harder than Mario 64, and some of the puzzles are almost dumb. I mean, dumb as in they're ingenious. They're actually ingenious, but they're so ingenious. You have to think about it. You can't just run through it and hope you're gonna make it. No, you have to think about it. All right. Jay has a game he wants to recommend. He's looking it up. While he looks it up, I think we're done here. Are we done with you, Mr.
Mario
Bob?
Sunshine. Not yet. We're still talking about Mario Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine? Oh, I was just talking about how so many of the puzzles are like you have to really think to actually solve some of those. It's not just something you can just walk through. But that's basically all I was meaning. But otherwise, did you have anything else?
I have more stuff.
Sure, go ahead.
No, for Mario Sunshine, the pachinko machine, you know what it is or no?
Not yet, but I think I've seen it in like other video games, like in Rec Room.
So the pachinko machine in Mario Sunshine, that you're gonna run into if you ever do, that level is unfair. Okay, so take your time with that one.
Oh no. Okay, I will keep it in mind.
Also, I actually own the game on my Switch. I got it on the Mario 3D All Stars. That was like a timed exclusive that had Mario 64, had Mario Galaxy.
I remember
and
that.
Had Mario Sunshine. Though I already have Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on my Wii, so why'd I buy it again?
Wait,
that's my question.
There's a Mario Galaxy 1 and a Mario Galaxy 2?
Yes, you didn't know that?
No, I did not. I stopped looking into Mario after Mario Sunshine. You gotta take into account, ever since Nintendo went fishy, I just stopped like looking into them at all. So, yeah.
But yeah, a fun fact. I actually played Mario Sunshine back when I was Mario Galaxy back when I was like 6. That was like my second Mario game I've ever played. But yeah, it was actually Mario Galaxy 2, and I was playing as Luigi, not Mario, actually. Like, my big sister just went and beat everything and just got me Luigi because that's all I wanted at the time for some dang reason. But yeah, later on I figured out there was a Mario Galaxy 1, and for the longest time I didn't know you could actually have Luigi if you beat everything. So I visited it like 7 years later. I haven't
7
beat
years
everything
later.
like I did at that. I'm not joking. I started just completing my old games, and I got Luigi. I was like so proud of myself at that time. And then when I got Super Mario 3D All Stars, I 100%ed Mario Galaxy again just to get Luigi again. So I have Luigi on a go.
Have you ever
Which
played?
was the hugest waste of my time ever. But
Have
yeah,
you
it was
ever?
good, though. It
Have
was
you ever
fun, though,
played?
because
Have you ever played Star Fox 64?
Yes, I have.
Did you
And the
know?
NES version.
Nice. Did you know that if you get
Hey,
all
bro,
the
what
gold
happened?
medals in every single solar system in that game, not solar system, every single planet in that game, you can actually play on foot in multiplayer mode?
That's so cool.
I know, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it when I figured that out. It was nuts. I know, it's so weird
Why is your reaction so delayed?
Oh my goodness.
because you're lagging.
Oh yeah, I found a game.
Oh, what's the game you were trying to recommend, Ji?
It's called Crossfighters Beta.
Nice. We can definitely probably check up on that. Maybe come next stream we all can check it out because it's
Okay.
I guess he doesn't want us to stream it. I'm so confused. Anyway,
Oh yeah, basically life games. I've just been casually playing my Sonic X Shadow Generations. No comment on that. In life, I've just been waiting on that drawing tablet of mine, and I just wanted to get better at art. Also, I'm trying to rework my channel, but that's top secret right now.
very nice, very nice. We might be even reworking my channel as well here in the near future. It depends what goes down with that movie I release. If it does super well, a rework might be demanded. We'll see. We'll see. No worries, guys. We'll keep streaming even if we have to go to another platform that rhymes with Stitch. I can't say that. I can't say the word. I can't say the word because YouTube, from what I've been told by other YouTubers, will actually ping me for saying that word out loud, and they will actually decrease my views. So don't ever say that word on like on your own videos. It's not recommended.
Do we know what it is?
Yeah, it rhymes with Stitch.
It's Lilo and Stitch. It's that movie.
Since he texted me, he may join.
Okay, very nice.
Platform I know?
Yeah, it's a platform that rhymes with Stitch.
Ah!
He needed his brain just needed to kick in. His brain just needed to kick in.
Yeah, I love Stitch. I don't use
I love Stitch.
because you know Stitch is such a great Disney character.
Right, right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, is that it then?
Yep.
All right, then I guess we should get into the conversation about commercial ads in video
Oh yeah.
games.
I thought we were.
Oh,
ending
now
the
we're getting
podcast
into the
for some
nitty
reason.
gritty.
No, no. We're only we're not even 30 minutes in. We're like 23 minutes in.
Oh, well, we should hurry.
So we'll start with Sad Banjo, and then we'll make our way around, and Skin will probably have enough time to make it. So, Banjo, what are your thoughts on commercial ads being in video games? How do you think, should it be a thing? And if it should be a thing, how should they do it? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
I feel like I get it that it added ads for commercial stuff, but like I just hate ads personally.
Yeah, yeah. If they could do
I
it...
feel like,
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like everybody here should hate ads right now. 100%. Like everybody here should hate ads.
If...
Oh, hold up, let me call Luke.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Let me see if he wants to join.
J.I., how much caffeine did you eat?
You don't eat caffeine, but.
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah, you can.
I'll call it.
You put it in dark chocolate. All right.
Let me scan my.
Yeah.
Okay. If he can, he can. If he can't, no worries. So, since you said that, do you have like any ideas? because a lot of video games sometimes have to make money through like sometimes commercial ads, dare I say, like phone games. Do you think there's a proper way of doing commercial ads or doing commercializing stuff?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really think of that, but like I didn't, because I didn't know about this topic. Uh, Basically, my thought process here is you could just get money from views, can't you?
Oh well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about let's say Rec Room?
Like game, like yeah, like Rec Room, like game views.
Views for what? Like people don't watch Rec Room;
Like
they
to make
play
money.
Rec Room.
Yeah, like they play Rec Room.
Oh, they play
And
Rec Room.
watch.
Yeah, playing Rec Room doesn't make
Yeah.
money. What they make money is by selling microtransactions. That's how they make money.
Isn't that bad? Because it's not pay to win. Because you can't pay to win a Rec Room game.
So Rec Room is actually not pay to win, but a lot of the rooms the people make, some of those are pay to win for sure.
Very pay to win.
I know. I was being nice, Jay. I was being nice, man.
Be nice. Don't be nice. Be truthful.
I was politely being
He's being
truthful.
nice and truthful.
Fair enough.
Because Rec Room as a platform doesn't do pay to wins. Like Golden Trophy is not pay to win, Crimson is not pay to win,
The only
but rooms
only
made by other
slightly
people.
pay-to-win
Yeah.
thing is wearing a fully bright outfit in a horror game. I'll give you an example. Hold up.
So do you have any ideas on that, Sad Banjo, or is that it?
Oh, sorry, I talked to Living Skin. He was gonna go eat lunch.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Like, for example,
Okay.
do you think, like, let's say you're playing Rec Room, you're playing Golden Trophy, and then suddenly the game freezes and then makes you watch a commercial ad? And then after the commercial ad
I'd
stops,
crash out.
then you can play. I know, who wouldn't? Or, now, this is actually
Honestly,
this is one of the coolest commercial ads I have ever heard. I don't remember the name of the video game. It was like a shooter game. But if memory serves right, a lot of the buildings in the city, the huge TV screens that will be playing in the background in this city, those were
Oh, I
actual
thought-
real life commercial ads that were playing up there.
Oh,
I feel like
what's the name?
I don't
What
remember.
was the game
I don't
about?
remember.
What
I
was the
don't.
game
Oh,
about?
it was like a PvP shooter up game.
I need more explanation.
Me too. Me too, man.
I feel like this. Here, I feel like
I
this.
think I know.
Yeah, if I knew the name, I would tell you. Go ahead.
It's like Google. If you want to have an ad, like put it somewhere on the side of the screen. So
Exactly.
it'll play,
Exactly. And I think that's probably the
Instead of,
best way
putting
to do it.
Instead of like putting it in front of their face while they're still playing. And what if that ad glitches and they play it in mid game?
So, at the end of the day, would you consider commercial ads ethical or not ethical?
I mean, I get that they're trying to get people to like buy their products and stuff, and like for whatever the commercial ad's all about. But all I'm saying is, if you're doing that, just put it inside a corner whoever's making the game. Also,
Gotcha.
I also want people to stop making copies of other games too.
No, that's fair. I went into the Oculus store, what was the day before yesterday, and I was shocked to see all these ripoffs in there. It was so bad. It was kind of scary.
There's too many.
Also, except for Gorilla Tag though. But
There's
some
Gorilla Tag
games
fan
are like-
games and there's Gorilla Tag ripoffs.
Yeah.
Well, there
Yeah,
was Gorilla Tag
Gorilla
Lethal
Tag
Company. I'm not even joking. There was Gorilla Tag Lethal Company, as in the aesthetic, the ship, everything was the same. The graphics were lower. Go ahead.
That's kind of what Animal Company is.
Oh, I
Like,
know that.
not
I know that. I know that. But there is one that is
Oh, yeah. Is it
exactly
my turn?
Lethal
Or is it
Company.
for Banjos? My bad, I had
Everest.
So good, so good. Go ahead, Banjo.
Yeah. So yeah, it's okay to having ads, but if you're having an ad, you gotta put it at the side of the screen. If you put it from the face of the screen, then I'm not playing your game no more.
In other
That's what I'm
words,
having.
I think what Banjo's trying to say is respect and be polite to your customer. I think that's what Banjo means, right?
Yes.
Yeah, don't be rude. Yeah, because
But
if you put it in your
having an
face,
ad-
it's just rude.
and also, I know like right, you know YouTube, right?
Obviously, we're on it right now.
Yeah. So everybody knows that if you're on YouTube, you get to the most interesting part of the whole YouTube series. And then boom, ad it comes up at like 10.
You know they do. You know that's not YouTube doing that intentionally. That's the YouTuber doing that intentionally. Did you know that? Yeah, they're doing that because it's at the most exciting part. They put the commercial ad because now you have to watch the commercial ad if you want to watch what happens next, and they get paid for that. YouTubers choose where they want the commercial ads.
At the end.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I used to do it. Back when I used to be partnered with YouTube, I would put commercial ads where I wanted them to be.
Dang, I actually did not know that.
Yeah. Now I was
That's
very
the only
now I
way-
was very polite about it. I usually would only keep maybe 2 or 3 commercials in my video, one at the beginning, one at the middle, and one at the end. I try not to take anybody's time up too much.
For them to like take a break between.
Now, if the video is really short, very short, only one commercial ad, maybe none. If it's a short video, I'm not going to be mean about it. All right, J.I.'s turn. So, what about you, J.I.? What is your thoughts on commercial ads in video games, and whether they're ethical, not ethical, or how should they exist? Go ahead.
Okay, so I understand from a point of view of a businessman, right? Not businessman.
Fair
Like,
enough.
you know,
No,
whatever
it's a
they use for
businessman.
their
It's a
business.
businessman. You got it right.
Yeah, you want your money, so you're gonna put the ads in the middle of the game so you can get money, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But it doesn't make sense to where every freaking 3 minutes I'm playing the game, it's an ad. I'm talking about you. I'm just gonna say I'm not. Something that rhymes with melon, watermelon, playground. Yeah, you. I just want to play my game. Stop putting an ad in front of my face every 5 seconds. And no, I will not pay $2 to get rid of ads.
And that's what
Also a big
scares
thing
me
I hate.
is I'm scared one day they're gonna put commercial ads like that in VR. As in, you have this.
I'd crash
Oh,
out.
I know, right? Who wouldn't crash out?
No, because all I want to do,
Okay,
I want to play my game. I don't want
honest living.
an ad in
Living.
front of my face while I'm trying to have fun. And I don't want to pay for that ad. I don't
Yep.
want to pay, so I have to not do the ad. You know what
Exactly.
would be nice? Okay, so what if every time you exit the game, like you are leaving to the menu, you get an ad? That's not that bad.
Oh, I see.
Because you're just leaving, right? So you're not even playing. It's not that even worth that your time. But what they should also do, say there's something like you want. That's when you should put an ad. Just put like an ad there. Like you want this weapon next that isn't overpowered, but you want? Watch an ad, right? They
You
wanna-
know
wanna
what?
get-
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes games are like watch if you want this like you want an extra turn on this wheel, watch another ad and you would get 1 turn for free.
Yeah,
I see
like
some
those
games-
aren't that bad, cause then you're choosing to watch the ad. It's your own self watching the ad. It's not the game saying, "Hold on, where's the camera? Like up here? Hey, wanna watch this ad? Wanna watch this ad? Wanna watch this ad? Hey, wanna continue the podcast? Watch this ad. Watch this ad." It would be like, why?
Why is
It's
ad
not
on the
good.
you're not going out?
He is.
want a
He doesn't
very
like commercial ads. He does not like commercial
Hey,
ads.
want the podcast, but with weapons, so
really
you can
hate,
interact with the people?
football
Here's an ad. Like you're asking. Instead
Yeah,
of
but
being
from what
like,
I understand, a lot of the
"Hello,
commercial
Jane,
ads in
hello,
football
Jane,
are
here's an ad.
entertaining, though.
Here's an ad.
It is fair for like the dev to actually place a reward for watching an ad because hey,
Yeah.
I need you to watch this ad so I can actually get revenue, but
Yeah.
I will give you something in return for watching that
Here.
ad.
Fun fact: they made that illegal in China, from what I'm hearing.
Well,
That's
what?
stupid. Mr. Bob, would you
It's
like
it's
an ad for
it's for a
10
lot of
tokens?
other reasons, but primarily, I think they perceived it as a form of manipulation on the buyer, which is kind of true. It is kind of true.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, but that's my entire point. It
I feel
depends
like
on what
with
type of person
all
you
the
are.
ads. I feel
Yeah,
like
and
all
then
the ads
there's-
I'm watching.
Sorry, you guys are having delay, so you keep accidentally speaking over each other. Go ahead, Banjo.
I feel like when all the ads I'm watching us right now, they're just like this.
Oh no.
Yeah,
What about
a
you,
lot of
Jay?
times- Okay, so whenever I watch, there's certain types of games I play where
Mhm.
the ad is at the bottom of the screen. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's not in your face like this. Oh, hi, Everest, want an ad, want an ad? It's more of like this.
It's a polite ad. Yeah.
Hi, Everest, I'm an ad. I'm gonna be down here now. Have fun.
Right.
See? That's what
Also,
ads need
bit
to
of a
be.
side thing. I just saw Mr. Bob just technically snoring in his chair, because he was like,
I think he's pretending. I
Like
think
that-
he's pretending. I think he's just being
That's
a.
pretty wild. Particle separator.
All right, Jay. Are you done? I don't know what happened to Banjo. I think Banjo.
Yeah, I'm done.
Pat-
yeah, he.
Oh, I thought I turned off flying, but I guess I forgot to turn it off.
I forgot.
Anyway,
I love flying. Keep it. I like flying.
yeah, but we want to stay on our chairs during the podcast, and too many
I
people
know.
like leave. So anyway, you done, Jay?
Yeah.
All right, then
It looks like he's having a seizure.
I think he is.
Oh,
All right, Jay, you gotta either be quiet with the growling because everybody can't
This
hear
is what happens-
everybody
This
else.
is what happens when you give.
Or I can mute you, one or the other.
Coffee.
I'll just mute myself.
Okay.
I'll stop the growling.
This is what happens when you give an autistic person coffee. This is what happens in their mind.
I have a caramel frappuccino right here. I'm gonna drink it right now.
This is exactly what
I
happened.
know what I have. You know what I have? I have
Oh,
coconut milk.
that's a good
Combined.
coffee.
I'm gonna go drink that.
I'm looking into
Anyway.
5 different
I mean, as
dimensions
long as you
right
don't
now.
have
All right,
pilk,
Everest.
you'll be fine.
Fair enough. All right, guys.
Pilk, Pepsi, milk, pilk.
Oh, don't.
Ev,
That might make you sick.
milk.
Yeah.
Milk.
All right, guys. I'll go next. So,
Please
in
don't
my
say name on the
opinion-
podcast, please.
in my opinion, when it comes to commercial ads being in video games, especially VR games. Now, I've never seen one in a VR game yet. But I think if a game has microtransactions, like let's say Rec Room, then there should never ever be a commercial ad for a video game that already has microtransactions. You're already so in case you guys don't know, Rec Room is worth about $3 billion these days. Maybe they might be like 5 billion now. They're worth a lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they are worth quite a bit. That being said, they don't need to do commercial ads. They're doing fine with their mic. In other words, video games with microtransactions make billions of dollars, way more than even if they sold the game on disc. They sell way more microtransactions and they sell copies of a game, and they make way more money. So it gets to the point for me where it's like, why do you even need the extra money? You're just being greedy now. I understand you gotta
Yeah,
pay your people. Yeah, go ahead.
Number one example for that. The number one example is Fortnite.
Oh, how
No
so?
need for explanation, because Fortnite,
Mhm.
yes, they do transactions. They have lots of V-Bucks for
Oh,
sale
right.
on their store. But technically, they also have like microtransactions, semi,
Mhm.
where
And also-
they actually made budget deals with other companies. They did TMNT. I think also did Rick and Morty that one season. What's some other examples?
Yeah, and-
Batman and Joker, Among Us.
And if you think about it, that's what Rec Room does too now with like the new outfits. Like these pants that I'm wearing, I think they might be based on like certain real world pants, and it was kind of a commercial ad for them, but they get to also show them in the game as well. So it's a very smart
they
way.
did do the thing with Puma. They did do the thing
Yeah.
with Puma.
Another. Go ahead.
Is Rec Room on the 3DS?
On the 3DS, no.
It would be wild if
That
it were
would
on a
be, but no,
3DS.
it can't support it. No, only the Nintendo Switch can support it.
I have seen a person hack a pregnancy test thing and actually was able to play Doom on it.
Oh, you can play Doom on anything. You can play Doom on anything. You can even play Doom.
It can be coded. It can be if it can be coded, you can play Doom on it.
I've actually heard of. I wouldn't be surprised if you could play Doom on a computer monitor. No, not the tower, not the just the monitor.
Imagine if
I
you
just got a
like
question.
transfer.
Sure, what's your
Can I
question?
play Doom on a calculator?
Maybe. It depends on the calculator. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it depends on the calculator
Yeah.
and the amount of gigabytes of
Now,
hardware
if
it
it's
has.
one of those smart calculators that almost has like a colored screen, it doesn't even have to be colored. Actually, you can technically play Doom on it. It's crazy. It's like Skyrim. Skyrim.
Refrigerator?
Yes, you have to find the
Yeah.
right guy to do it, but yes, you technically can. I'm gonna bring the conversation back into the whole commercial ad situation.
So that's what it was all about.
Yeah, we were talking about the morality of commercial ads in video games and how they should be done and how they shouldn't be done. Like, for example, I think that, commercial ads in video games, they should not be a thing if you already have microtransactions. You're making enough money already. Don't be greedy. I think it's okay to include like commercial ads in the world, not in your face, in the world. Like, for example, I don't play Meta Horizons, but I've heard that if you're strolling through the city in Meta Horizons and you see that huge poster in the city, that's a real life commercial ad designed
Oh.
specifically for you, from what I understand. Like, it caters to you.
The Meta Horizons like surveillance thing, all that
Mhm.
problem. If to put it in a realistic sense, it's like having a company be your stalker.
Yeah, and from what I understand, there's at times where somebody is literally behind you, watching you all the time. You can't see them if you turn around, but they're there, and it's just creepy. It's not right. But I do like the way they do commercial ads. I like the fact that it's like in the world. It's not in your face. It's not in the corner. It's there. It would be like you find a magazine on the ground and you pick it up, and it's actually a real commercial ad. They're not trying to force you to see it. It's just up to you whether you want to see it or not. And then there you go, commercial ad. And I think it's more welcoming that way.
Yeah, the only reason why ads wouldn't be like accepted in any type of app or game is AI floodware.
What's that? Can you clarify?
Everest, can
AI
you give me really
flood-
fast?
AI floodware
Give me 1 minute.
are short form video games that are made by AI because those AI were trained to develop short-term games.
Oh, and then
those
they just
games can hold ads in them. And those
gotcha.
ads can get the people who didn't make the game. The AI did make it, but the people who requested the game get the money.
Yeah, of course, it makes sense. I'm not surprised. One of the things that actually made me really happy recently, you guys may have heard of it. Steam recently, like the CEO of Steam said this: "You guys that publish on the platform, on my platform, Steam, you're not allowed to bring commercial ads into your video games." And I'm like,
Oh.
yes, Steam being awesome. Yeah.
No wonder there is no ads in Rec Room.
And well, Rec Room doesn't have commercial ads because Rec Room decides not to do commercial ads. But there are certain games that want to. I know Sony, who does the PlayStation platforms, they do want to do commercial ads, but they do it very discreetly. That's why when you turn on your PlayStation and you see in the bottom corner of your screen, there's sometimes commercial ads down there, just pictures kind of sliding by. That's okay. That's fair. I'm glad I don't have an Xbox. I'm so glad I don't have an Xbox. I actually well, then maybe you can say whether this happened to you guys or not. But I had a friend who logged into his Xbox and bam, commercial ad right off the go, like a full-on video. Like he actually, yeah, it's the only time I've ever heard of it happen. I don't think it's happened to anyone else, but it was nuts that it happened on his Xbox.
Me and my brother used and still have an Xbox, but it's an Xbox 360.
Oh, you're good then.
Doesn't have anymore. That doesn't get any games.
No, it doesn't get updates anymore either.
Yeah. That means no ads whatsoever, and me and my brother actually have fun time with each other in our past, like with the game.
In the future, everybody's going to be using GameCubes and PlayStation 2s and Xbox 360s because they don't want commercial ads.
Yeah. or probably they're going to be using like the modern day like consoles, because the companies have already moved on to greater the next gen consoles and decided to remove all the ads from their previous software.
Say again? Like because from what I know, every main console, their games are still reverse compatible, if memory serves right.
Yeah, like the Nintendo Switch, they could still be using that in the future. Sure, it's crappy. Sure, the company sooner or later will still get tired of the Nintendo Switch and move on to an actual console, but we'll still have it. And it doesn't have any of the floodware or any of the gross things that you find on the Google Play Store.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Speaking of Google Play Store, Google is working on their own MetaQuest headset now, which I thought was interesting.
Yes.
Kind of scary.
Kind of scary because I expect from there to like the floodware from the AI.
Well, MetaQuest is fishy already. But I'm wondering, will MetaQuest look like the good guys compared to Google? Kind of scary.
Honestly, I actually can't wait for the day that what that looks like, to be honest.
Well, Steam is going to release their own version of the MetaQuest, like later this year or next year, most likely. That's an estimation. That headset is going to change the industry forever. It'll be the best VR headset you can get in the market. Go ahead, Banjo.
Huh.
Yeah, right?
To be honest, if a Google made a headset, it's probably, in my opinion, it's probably gonna be like decent. So,
Well, if you know anything about Google, Google is famous for saying, we're gonna build this incredible machine, and then they cancel it 6 months later. Must I say Stadia?
Let's say we're gonna build an Apple Pen. Sorry, but we have to cancel it because we don't have enough materials for it.
I think it's funny that Meta made their pen before Google or anybody else could make their pen.
Are we almost done with podcast?
We gotta get through Mr. Bob, and we need to get through Livingston. If you gotta go, it's understandable.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Sure thing. All right, Mr. Bob. I'll move it on to you. What are your thoughts on commercial ads in video games, and maybe how they shouldn't be demonstrated?
All right. For one, if they're paid, like if they are not free, I don't think there should be ads at all. And microtransactions really depends on how much you're paying for that game and how big it is. Because if you make a game with very good graphics and it's only an hour long and with a whole bunch of microtransactions for like skins or something, or I don't know, maybe a battle pass for a game that's like an hour long and isn't even a multiplayer and is like $80-$90, that don't make no sense.
I know, right? It's like they want to sell video
That's
games.
congruent.
They want to sell video games that cost $90, Then they want to add microtransactions in the video game. Some of those microtransactions might also cost $90. Then they want to throw commercial ads in there. Like, that is so much hypocrisy and so much greed. I can't even process it.
And the game
I'm
itself is
just
only 2
thankful.
hours, and the only thing to make up for it is just the graphics.
Right? Go ahead,
just
Skin.
thankful that I'm just thankful that the Nintendo, yeah, sure, the Switch games do cost like $60 or cheaper if you get them from the store, like the virtual store, rather than actually going to your regular store. Sure, those games can be quite expensive, but thankfully, you get some money back because you'll get a short-form currency, in-game currency called coins, which can actually lower the costs of the games. And the higher price the game, the more coins you earn.
Oh, okay.
So if you get like what, a $60 virtual game, you might get like
400
20
coin.
and
And it's $4.
yeah. You can
Nice.
get like a free game that's $4 regularly, or probably like shorten it down to like, oh, it was originally like $20. Now, now it's like $10. I saved myself a whole $10 there, just by buying these whole 10 other games, which probably cost a lot more money than what I actually bought.
Right,
Sure, there is a bit scammy there. There is a bit scammy, but at least you can actually make the cost of games cheaper.
Yeah. That's fair.
Can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Rob.
Alright. So, Fortnite. So, they changed up the whole thing with the Battle Pass, and it made everyone believe that Fortnite did it, then they have to do it. So, basically, Fortnite's just a basic, it's just a fancy microtransaction, basically, right?
I will be
Right.
okay.
Like, it's a fancy way of saying it. And then
It
all of a
is, it
sudden,
is.
every game has to have a battle pass, even if that
Oh,
game's
yeah.
like $70, $80.
Even if the game makes no
$60.
sense. Power Wash Simulator
game has
comes
to
with
be
a
a
battle
MMO.
pass.
Like, every game has to have this super cool, hyper, like, very good graphics. Every game has to be very expensive for no darn reason. Every game has to be shorter. Like, every game has to have like updates later on.
So
Why
to
can't
be
they make a good
fair,
story, a big game, maybe hold off on the graphics and hold off on the battle pass, and maybe add a battle pass later, maybe add a multiplayer later. I'm basically saying make a good game.
yeah.
Before you even start on
The
money.
reason games cost so much, by the way, is whoever their HR person is or whoever's involved with the people they're hiring. I don't know why they do this, and this is like every video game company almost, like every AAA company, we'll call it that. They hire more people than they need. They don't need that many people, not even close from what I understand. So at the end of the day, they need to make enough money to pay this impossibly large amount of people, just so many people, when they don't need that many people. It's like, why do you have a studio in the US? Why do you have a studio in Europe? Why do you have a studio in Australia? Why do you have, like, Ubisoft is basically an example. Ubisoft had so many people, it basically killed them. I mean, they did mistakes also, just in general, but because they had so many people, they could not survive correctly because they can't make enough money to pay all of them.
You wanna know
And
what they should have did?
they should have
You wanna know what
fired
they shoulda did?
every major studio and actually make good games.
No, I have a better idea.
Go ahead,
That's
go
a good
ahead.
idea, but I have a better idea.
Go ahead.
They split the studio up into groups, and those guys start developing different games. And they can get games out faster. They might be smaller, might be a little lower, but at least they're getting more games out faster, and they're not firing the people since people need jobs. And also, it might even be quality from time to time. Instead of just one big company focusing on another, we have multiple people focusing on different projects. It'd be like a whole separate thing, like what Sonic Team when they split up for Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic 06, even though I didn't go very well. At least they did something. Like, they had more games, and I didn't think that quality dipped that much.
You're basically talking about subdivision and then collaboration within the subdivision. That's actually
Split the
very.
team up.
That's actually very, very Ubisoft. Hear that out? Hear that out? Maybe do that. Not that they will, but that's actually a very.
Gives them more money. Gets
I mean,
games
it's
out
kind of
faster,
like
gets
if
better
you think
stories.
about it, it's kind of almost like what happened
Makes things less
with the.
expensive.
It's kind of what happened with the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire got so flippin' huge, they couldn't control themselves anymore, so they had to subdivide themselves to the point to which it actually became what we know as the modern day world now, which is kind of nuts. Kind of, yeah. So,
Does that sound like a good idea?
no, it's a great idea. I
No.
think it's fantastic, but I think the one thing that will stop that is just human greed. They just have to control everything. I think that's the only reason why it will fail. But overall, it's a great idea, especially if a person really wants to be selfless, if a person really wants the betterment for the people they've hired, yeah, they would do that. But there aren't very many people that are like that anymore,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but how Ubisoft did that, it's sort of like they just acted the saying, too many chefs ruin the stew.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want to look at my, like, $60 bought game from Ubisoft and notice that there are 3 different art directors, and suddenly realize that's why there was a beautiful, soft beginning area, a middle horrifying area, and a doom and gloom final area where the final boss is.
I
What's the actual frick?
actually beat a Ubisoft game recently. It was Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. The main storyline, anyway. I watched the credits, by the way. The credits were 30 minutes long, if not longer. It was outrageous. I was so, and that was with the credits fast forwarded, by the way. I pushed the fast forward button. I know. I was like, when is this gonna be over? And then it was like the credits, and that's how I knew they had so many studios, by the way. They had a studio here in the US, they had a studio in Canada, they had a studio in Europe, they had a
This
studio
is
in
why
Africa.
instead of-
It's like, why?
This is why they, instead of doing a fast forward button, they should have a in-game scroll wheel for you to fastly scroll by the credits.
Exactly.
Like,
And
sure, y'all made a fantastic game, of course.
yeah,
But I don't want to look at the 2,000 millions of studios that worked on that said game.
now I know in older games, I haven't seen it in modern games anymore, but in like older games, I've noticed that if you watch all the credits, usually they'll reward you by like showing like like an interesting thing at the end, like a Marvel movie. They have a funny like an interesting thing at the end.
Or saying thank you for enjoying
Yeah.
the game.
Like the Sonic movies.
I
You always have
haven't
to stay to the credits.
I haven't seen that in any modern day games anymore. Like maybe in the PS4 time and the Xbox 360, maybe they were still doing that. But now, like PS5 modern, no, I don't see it anymore. So I was like, I'm not-
Batman from Shadow.
Oh, was it? Yeah, but that's a VR game, and VR is a little different.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm talking about like AAA games. I mean, that felt like a AAA game though. Batman Arkham Shadow is so good. Anyway, Mr. Bob, anything else to share, or do you want to move it on?
One more thing, and then I'll give it the skin. So we're talking about microtransactions. So in VR, if I'm being honest with you, VR isn't really built to like tell you about things in real life. It's meant to keep you in an immersion where you are the character you're as, basically first person.
To
But it's
kinda-
meant to
Yeah, go ahead, go
mimic things. It's meant to mimic your character in games.
So I'm gonna
You're
counter you
supposed to be
there
in this world.
for just a second there, just to give you a bit of extra information on that. The reason Zuckerberg bought the headset from Palmer Luckey was so he could put commercial ads in it. He just hasn't done it yet. Just go ahead. I just figured I'd let you know that.
I really want to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think VR is really built around
It's
commercials.
not. It's not. And I
Right.
agree. I agree. And even if it was, I know this is gonna sound very mean, but I would hack my headset so I would not get the commercial ads.
That makes sense.
I mean, though, what I mean by when I actually want ads, even though I'm watching them, which sounds crazy, but I'm talking about a state like YouTube. Like, YouTube's a job. The only reason why it's a job is because of ads.
Exactly. And when it comes to YouTube, I know there's a lot of people that have like ad blockers on YouTube. And that's fine. If you want to use an ad blocker, that's between you and YouTube or whatever you're doing. But me personally, being a YouTuber, I actually will watch the commercial ads or I'll hit the skip button if I really don't want to, just because I know these people work hard to do their videos and I do want them to get paid. I want to get paid whenever it happens to me. So I feel like I should treat them back the same way.
Yeah.
So
I do that too. That's one thing where
I do agree with you on that. But I absolutely hate it when I actually have to watch 5 ducking ads in a row.
do
It
you
makes it worse if you're watching a super long video. It gives you like 15 ads.
so
I
Living
usually,
Skin,
like,
are
watch,
you
like, an hour long?
are you sure there's not an ad blocker on like whatever platform you're using?
Like for YouTube, the only ad blocker that I know of is like either YouTube Premium, Opera GX.
Okay, because YouTube so there's this bad thing with like certain YouTube blockers where if you try to block commercial ads, yeah, it'll work. The problem is this is what happens. It starts stacking the commercial ads. So eventually you'll get a commercial ad that's like an hour long or something. You're like, why? What is this? It's because they're stacking now. So now you have to be very careful if you have one of those. So yeah.
I feel sorry for the people out there that actually had to deal with this and actually just found this out. I'm sorry that you're gonna have to watch what?
I watched I saw
a year-long worth of ads.
where it was an hour-long ad, and then there was a second one right after it.
Oh no. That's fine because I rarely get commercial ads, but I also don't use ad blockers. Go ahead, Mr. Bob.
So we was talking about how YouTube. Oh yeah, there's this really, really bad thing happening. So you know Honey, right?
Yeah, I know of it.
Oh. If they try to sponsor you, do not sponsor.
I heard enough information.
Especially the link.
Yeah, I heard they stole
So let me
like
tell you.
billions of dollars from like people that were like thought they were getting paid by them and they were not paying them at all.
So let me tell you. So the people, they made this thing and then they sold it to PayPal and then they're making another thing called Pi. You know what it is?
Yeah, I've heard of Pi.
It's terrible. They're trying to get rid of ads and crap, like act like it's this mind-blowing thing, like the best thing ever, gaslighting us, like gaslighting the money we actually need. Like, nah.
Really? So Pi is also another
I want
trick.
this thing. Yes, it's very much a trick. So you know the money you get from ads, right?
Yeah.
So basically, you'll get it. It claims that YouTube will pay you for every ad you watch. Like Pi will pay you. Like they'll get money.
Yeah,
from
I heard about that.
whoever like that don't make sense.
I mean, it can if you know where to bend the rules here and there. But I've been meaning to read further into it, and I never got to it. So I don't know exactly how they're doing it.
It basically spells bad for you and all of YouTube.
Yeah.
If people download that thing. And
Gotcha.
for some reason, YouTube's advertising it, which don't make no sense.
Are you on your Nintendo Switch?
Yes, I am.
All right,
on
your
my
turn,
you-
Stan,
you're
unless we're
al-
wrapping up.
You're allowed in my room on a Nintendo Switch?
Somehow, I didn't know that. Like, to be honest,
Does Rec Room like me that much? That they
you're
trust me?
allowed To, like, I'm allowed to like be into players like player-made dorms that aren't published yet.
Oh, that aren't published yet. Okay, yeah, this room is not published yet. That might be why. You know what? We might keep it. If I do publish this room, it'll be a separate copy. That way you can keep coming here even on your Nintendo Switch. Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My subject was before my headset turned off, is how horrifying it would be to have ads in real life due to those VR glasses. How horrifying would that be?
So, have you seen that video that it was going around on YouTube like a couple years ago, where somebody made a demo of what would happen if augmented reality was your daily life, like with glasses or contact lenses or something? And it was crazy. It was like a person shopping through like a Walmart or something. And the price tags would be like dancing and trying to get your attention. There'll be a little hologram running around your cart, like recommending stuff you can buy.
Oh.
It was nothing but absolute distraction mania. It was terrible. And
Oh my goodness, that would be heaven for people with ADHD.
probably. And the reason the person made that video is he wanted to basically explain, like, this is the future we do not want. Let's not make it be a thing. And a lot of people agreed. I think even members of government, I'm not entirely sure, even said that they did not want it to get that bad. So that was good to hear. That was good to hear.
Yeah.
But
Hoping for the day that does happen, but not in that specific way. Like, sure, there will be price tags, with those virtual glasses,
mhm.
but it won't be that annoying nor dancing around. It'll just be a regular price tag.
Well, I'm hoping that if by some chance it gets to that point, it's just glasses, so you can take them off, put them back on, and you can turn on and turn off whatever feature you want on or off. You might see that commercial ad. No, I don't like that. Turn it off. You don't want to see any commercial ads. You just want to, I don't know, have a phone call with your hologram relative. You can do that, and you don't have to worry about anything else.
Like how absolutely like crazy it would be to actually have a hologram of your family member to actually talk to rather than you just doing a video call.
So, from what I understand, the Apple Vision Pro already does that, and it's kind of creepy. So the headset, well, not the headset. You have to get your phone, like your iPhone, because it has to be an Apple device. You take a picture of your face, and then an AI in the phone scans the picture, turns it into a 3D object, and then you upload it into the headset. And now, when you talk to your relative, they actually see you, and it can be VR or AR, augmented reality. And let's say you're talking to your brother. It looks like your brother. It's kind of creepy.
Oh.
I know, right?
I'm worried that those 3D AI renders. I'm fearing that those will be used in like bad ways.
Already right now, there's a million ways they can be used in bad ways, just from the simple technology that's out there. That's why I said that there has to be new laws made for AI soon, because we don't want that kind of thing to happen.
And the use of AI in order to generate things.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think every website that you can like buy services for AI, I think it's very important for them to pass laws like there are certain like inappropriate content you should never make. And it's easy. They can just tell the website, you type something in inappropriate, and it'll just say, sorry, nope, you can't do that here. It's not a hard thing.
How gross it would be to actually have like a abstract not safe for work and then you just realize it was made by AI. Like, huh?
Yeah.
That doesn't look human made. Why are there arms where they're not supposed to be arms at? Oh. It's AI.
Yeah. AI is not very bright in some things. Regardless, Mr. Bob, I'm sorry that we keep deviating. Anything else you want to share?
I will pass it to Living Skin.
All right. So, Skin, you've actually said a lot of your opinion throughout this, but if you want anything else to add on the concept of commercial ads, feel free to add.
No, my opinion was the horrific future of ads being put into like virtual glasses or virtual contact lenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I can't take these off.
Yeah. I think there's some laws out there already where you cannot force certain content on people. Because if you think about it, it's technically harassment at that point, technically. So they would
Or
have to
torture if it's not content if they like.
exactly. I think the Federal Trade Commission can actually get involved at that point, which is a good thing. And hopefully, hopefully that future ever comes, which I hope if it does, they're wise about it, not greedy about it, and give us the ability to turn it off or turn it on or do however we want.
I'm thankful that those laws are in place because imagine logging into YouTube and just automatically being slammed into a chair and forced to watch Baby Shark for hours upon hours.
Oh no.
That would be heck. That's not content you would enjoy.
Yeah, no. So yeah, no, it's a good thing that will probably never happen, but still. And if it does, the platform will probably die overnight. Like, nobody's gonna want to use it. No, move your hand over there. Move your hand over there. So, yeah. Anything else to add?
Nothing on the top of my head. The fear of AI made ads. Like my family saw an AI adware thing or a sports commercial. It was the creepiest thing we could ever see. Like we couldn't believe our eyes. AI ads have already been made.
So yeah, no, it is. I didn't realize they made an AI ad commercial, and I've seen one AI. I saw a commercial actually yesterday, and I'm 80% sure the main lady in this commercial ad, I'm sure she was an AI. Her face did not look right. Like, she was smiling, but there was something uncanny about the smile. Like, it was weird. And I was like, that person's an AI. They ain't real.
Yeah, the AI ad that we actually had was actually an AI generated video of a Pixar looking like family reacting to the football on their TV, and then like it goes to like the ad that they're doing, like as it's on break.
Yeah,
like it's weird. I just want to end it off like with that funny quip of like, I don't want this Pixar slop in my football screen.
Pixar's already slop though.
Yeah.
just messing with you.
I wouldn't
Don't hate me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they use AI in order to make their scripts.
So, what was the name of that one Marvel
Wish.
TV show?
Oh, Marvel.
Yeah, what was the name of it? It was the one with Nick Fury. It was a TV series with him.
Invasion?
Yeah, Invasion. I am 90% sure that script was AI generated. It had so many plot holes, so many. Not only that, the intro to that series, you could tell that definitely was AI generated. It had like the weird distortions in the screen, morphing one thing into another. That was definitely AI generated. But the storyline was so offbeat, so inconcise. It just felt like something an AI would actually write. So yeah, I think they already are, but I think they got in trouble for it though.
I'm not being
Before you
rude,
go,
but
I
we're
actually
doing
have
it
one
right now.
thing. The ad.
Sure.
I'll actually need to go for a quick sec. Like,
Oh.
y'all can
Oh.
You gotta go?
continue that. Yeah, I gotta
Okay,
go.
it's really quick.
All right, have a
It's
good one,
really
Skin.
quick.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, that's fine then. So games, AI games. I hope that never happens, but I feel like that should be illegal because people already have the freedom to make them paid. Like, you have freedom to add ads and stuff. Like AI games,
Oh man, think about it. An AI generated phone game with AI generated commercial ads. Literally nothing but yeah, that look you just gave me. Just dude does nothing. He just crams things in and throws it in there. He doesn't even know what the game's about. He doesn't even know what the commercial ad's about. He just throws it in as is, and people hate it because they're like, why is this commercial ad telling me to buy new fingers? I already got fingers. Why is this game? I don't even understand the story of this game. Why am I trying to save the moon from leopards? You know, because it's stupid. Anyway, Is that it, Mr. Bob? Is that everything you want to say? All right. I'm assuming. Oh, Banjo, you're muted. You had some noise happening in the background. There you go. I unmuted you. Is there anything else you want to share, Banjo?
I was supposed to say when did this thing became AI related? Ads to AI.
It's because commercial ads, VR, and AR, they're all kind of slowly intersecting, especially nowadays. So it's not surprising that actually happened. And Mr. Bob kind of keeps on tabs with all that, so I'm not surprised the conversation got deviated. And
They're starting to like.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of that. I wouldn't be surprised if in future podcasts we talk more about AI, just because we talk a lot about art on this channel. We talk a lot about making movies, and a lot of that, especially, and I personally work a lot with AI. In fact, you guys will see some of that in the near future. So it's just natural that it's going to come up a lot. What about you, Jay? Anything else to share?
No.
Nope. All right, then I'm going to bring this podcast to a close. I think Skin is gone for the time being. He had to go do stuff. Yeah, I don't think he's.
He texted me he had to do some stuff.
Yeah, he had to go do stuff. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We're gonna wrap it up. Remember, this was episode 18. Next step, we only have 2 more episodes, episode 19 and 20. We come to the season finale. Then we'll probably take a small break. And then, because I got a movie to release, remember that. And then we'll come back and we're gonna be running off probably new technology, new systems, a lot different forms of entertainment within the podcast. It should be a lot more fun. And depending on when things go down, maybe Spotify. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Regardless, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you all in the rec room. Booyah!